women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation.
Hold up, before she goes off anymore, I just want to say this. Here's their game plan, right? Whenever you try to hold them to account, they will go all the way back to slavery.
Question yesterday, the White House Office of Management and Budget directed across the board freeze the secretaries for individual assistance. We understand to federal grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers, among providers services to homeless veterans, Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble accessing the portal. Could you help us clear up some of the confusion, give some certainty to folks, and also is that uncertainty? How does that uncertainty service the president's voters?
Well, I think there's only uncertainty in this room amongst the media. There's no uncertainty in this building. So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. However, it is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. That is something that President Trump campaigned on. That's why he has launched DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, who is working alongside OMB. And that's why OMB sent out this memo last night, because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies. No more funding for Green New Deal social engineering policies. Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
It wasn't that Trump is backing the funds away. It wasn't any, well, first of all, there's so much disinformation going on about this situation right here. But it wasn't this part. It was the part about the wokeness. When she said they did not want to fund wokeness anymore, that triggered the View. That crawled up Whoopi Goldberg's pantsuit. I was about to say skirt, but I don't think she wears skirts or dresses, which is cool. I don't think Hillary Clinton do either. All right. Y'all almost stopped Kamala from wearing from wearing skirts and dresses. Y'all told her that if she wanted to look presidential, she needed to wear a pantsuit. I don't know where the hell y'all get that from, because she was wearing skirts and dresses way before then. And then as soon as y'all told her that she needed to look presidential, she stopped putting on skirts and dresses. It makes no sense. Okay, come back, Van. Come back. Okay, I'm trying to do the weave. But sometimes whenever I weave, I go left and everything just don't come back for me because I don't know what's going on in my mind. But when she said wokeness, to stop funding wokeness, that was the trigger right there. So check this out. Here is Whoopi pissed off. Now, I do want to tell y'all this. I am going to show some of it. I'm not going to show all of it, but I am going to play it all. So you will hear the audio for the most of it, but you will only see the video for some of it, because I don't know if y'all notice or not. The View continues to shut my Sugar Honey Iced Tea off if I play too much of their videos. So I have a thing now where I will cover it with a picture while they're talking so that they won't shut us down. Is that cool? Cool. And make sure y'all hit the like button, gang. This is important. Listen, it's about to go down. All right, here we go. Here's Whoopi. You ready, Whoopi? Let's go.
Yeah.
I would like this young lady this is her first job. I would like her to do a little homework because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation.
Hold up, before she goes off anymore, I just want to say this. Here's their game plan, right? Whenever you try to hold them to account, they will go all the way back to slavery. They will go all the way back to before women had rights at all. So they are telling, here's the thing, whatever happened to freedom of speech, right? Here is a woman is saying that she is done with this whole woke mentality that's coming from a certain group of individuals. People that just want to constantly complain and just push anything and everything to the forefront so that they can get funding and support and just jam it down our daggone throats, pause, and force us to support things that go against our values, our integrity, our character. But so this is a woman being told to shut up because you didn't have rights before until women like me stood up for you. And now you got these rights. You need to shut up. That's what Whoopi is saying, pretty much. All right. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week. And you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Whoopi is pretty much telling her that we stood up for your rights before you were even invited to the party. Whoopi is telling Miss Leavitt that, yo, wokeness, me, black lady, is the reason why you, white lady, have the job that you have. So first of all, she started it off by saying, this new press secretary, this is her first job, like her first job ever. Just blatantly disrespect. She just want to disrespect her out the gate. Like, I don't like her. I don't appreciate that she's on that side for Trump, and I'm just going to destroy her. Where was all this energy when Karoline Jean-Pierre stood in front of everybody, all these journalists on a day-to-day basis, and lied her ass off for Biden every single day for 4 years. 4 years. Where was all that energy then? Okay, let me continue. Let's go back into her being super butthurt that someone called her or pointed out the woke mentality movement.
Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason, because Black people couldn't get into colleges, because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women.
Yeah.
See, this is not Black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party.
Wait a minute. You said because Black women wasn't able to go to the schools they want to because Black people. You started off with the Black. Now you did that, lady. You did that. I do want to remind you though, and yeah, she's right to a certain extent, but to constantly throw that in somebody's face, that right there is what makes it disingenuous. Don't do anything for me if you're going to throw it in my face, because I'm going to throw it right back. If you hand me $10 when I need it, and then every single time I act like I need some more money or communicating to you about my finances. You want to throw it in my face that it was because of you I was saved. It was because of you that I had those 1,000 pennies in my pocket, the $10 that you gave me. Don't even give it to me. You hear me? Also, I want to point this out. If it weren't for the white women wanting to get into the workforce, if it weren't for the white women wanting to do more with their lives, then they wouldn't have backed the other minorities who wanted more freedoms and liberties. Everybody worked together. That's the only thing I want you to understand. So you're acting like because Black History Month in February, we celebrate everybody that was at the front of the lines and risking their lives for their freedom, won't get in the back of the bus and all these other things. That was absolutely phenomenal. But people don't want that thrown in their damn faces every single time they have an opinion that's opposite of yours. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You're talking about another woman who's a professional, who has her own mind, her own opinions, her own thought processes, right? Allow her to have that. But what you want to do is say, if it weren't for people like me, you wouldn't have the platform you have, which is complete. In my opinion, you can't do that to people. It's not. If it weren't for God, we wouldn't have what we have right now. That's what it. I bet she won't mention God one time in her daggone 2-minute soliloquy.
Oh, too. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not Black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world. So please stop using that phrase and talking about, because you don't understand what you're saying. You're saying about yourself that, hey, that's a terrible thing to be. It's not a terrible thing to be. That's why we fought. That's what we were fighting for, so that you could stand in that podium, so that
That's not true. That's not true. That's not what you fought for. You look down on her for standing at that podium for Trump. You fought for people to fight for things that you believe in, and only the things that you believe in. Quit BSing. I don't even know why she's trying to fake like we fought for you to be at that podium. No. All right, so if you did, then where's the respect for her at that podium? I'll wait. Yeah, because you can't answer my question. That's why you've been quiet. That's why you've been daggone quiet.
Fought. That's what we were fighting for, so that you could stand in that podium, so that Catherine Jean-Pierre could stand at that podium. So women of all kinds of colors and ilks, wherever they came from.
It's Karoline Jean-Pierre, not Catherine Jean-Pierre. It's not Karoline Jean. It's not Catherine Jean. It's Karoline Jean-Pierre. That's her name. The lady you are looking to take credit for her career, her name is Karoline Jean-Pierre. Even I know it. I call her the little cutie pie with the little mop hair. You know what I mean? Some people call her little Annie. I call her I think she's a little cutie pie. I just wish that she would tell the damn truth sometimes.
Jean-Pierre could stand at that podium. So women of all kinds of colors and ilks, wherever they came from, whatever their belief system was, they had the opportunity to bust down that door.
By the way, I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous job.
Okay. Seriously, Joy Behar? Joy Behar was just now throwing shade at the young lady because the young lady looked better than her. That was catty. That was you being a hater. She thought she was going to get a huge applause after she said that. After she said it, she said, am I right? Start looking out at the audience, hoping that they'd clap. It ain't about her being a 10. Now, I ain't trying to throw no shade. But you remember Huckabee? What's her name? Something Huckabee? That lady that had she had a little crooked eye, and she was a little heavy set, that was at the podium at one point, who represented Trump at one point. I don't think that she was no 10. Here's the thing. Trump does like to surround himself around beautiful women. I like to do the same. See, look at my pictures. That's Sasha. Over there, right there, that's Sasha. And that right there, yeah, that's Janet Jackson, or Miss Jackson if you're nasty. I like to surround myself around beautiful women too. But they gotta be intelligent. They gotta be dogs if they working for Trump. We already know that. That happened with Kelly McEnany. Kelly McEnany, I'm telling you, when I was in full support of Democrats, when I was vote blue no matter who, when Kelly McEnany stood in front of them reporters, she gave them the business. I could do nothing but respect her. Is she a little cutie pie, a little blonde? Yes, she is. But that's not what did the job. What did the job is her being studied up, her understanding that they can ask me anything at any time, and I got to be ready to answer these questions. That's the difference between this young lady, Kelly McEnany, and the difference between them and Karine Jean-Pierre. Karine Jean-Pierre would just go into that binder and we're doing the best we can. Like, the president is really doing his job and he's trying to do more. And he told me that he plans on doing exactly what you just now asked. So whatever you just now said, I don't care because it's in the binder. You want to see it? No, you can't see it. Wasn't nothing in that damn binder. She had some crayons and she was coloring boats and trains and stars and moons and jackets and skirts. She was coloring things. She was doing little sketches talking about. It ain't about what somebody look like, but you just now showed yourself. You just now showed what's on the forefront of your mind. You believe that she's beautiful. You believe that since she's a beautiful blonde, that she must be a bimbo. You're going back to the old stereotypes and you're making yourself look foolish. Okay, let me go and continue. I told y'all, man, today is going to be different, Jack. It's going to be different, man.
She's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Whatever I'm saying, this is the first time that she's been she may be. But my point is that job would not maybe have been open to her.
No, I understand. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
All right. So the whole point of Whoopi's rant is if it weren't for people who are woke, people who stood in front of everyone and risked their freedoms, that you wouldn't have the job you have. So stop saying woke because it triggers me. My response to that is, young lady, if that's the response you're going to get from simply saying woke, continue saying it. As a matter of fact, I want you to say it every 5th minute in your press conferences, just so you can piss them the hell off. I want them to respond like this every single time because it shows them. It shows us who they are. They have nothing else. They spent 2 minutes, a whole bunch of lovely ladies. I'm going to call them lovely. Y'all can call them whatever you want. A whole bunch of lovely ladies sitting around this table discussing the fact that you refer to them as woke, and they don't want to take it. Well, y'all are, and y'all messed up the original definition of the word woke. The original definition of the word woke was to simply have your third eye open at all times. Pay attention to things that are not being said to you, not being showed to you. All right? Recognize when you're being lied to. That's what the original thing was. People who were originally woke were the people that were providing more information to people who was just so used to the propaganda or used to the day in, day out BS of the world. That's what the original definition was. Today's definition is whoever got a victim, whoever's got some victimhood, we're going to back you. We're going to push you. We're going to force it down their throats until they recognize you. Whether you're good, bad, ugly, or whatever, and I don't want no parts of that. And that's exactly what she's saying. Biden has gone 4 years not giving a farfnugan about our economy, about the safety of Americans, and he has showed that time and time and time again by bending the knee to the woke regime. And now we have a president that don't give a good god damn about y'all. If you choose to play the game with us, then, hey, you get to get in and have some fun too. And guess what? No awards are being promised to anybody unless you win. That's over too. All right?